tomorrow morning or something, forgive me. I might get a little distracted at some point if anybody's chatting. Doing my best to put on my jam band face here, and mustache goes perfectly with the jam band face, I think. Maybe if you're into Panic. I do like Billy Strings and the Kitchen Dweller. So, all right, enough about that. After the Buckeyes loss, luckily this third set did pull me together a little bit. The Piper really helped, I'll be honest. I was still dragging. I was going through the New Year's Eve celebration. Didn't really feel like celebrating. Kickers, man. All right, so let's go all the way back to the beginning. It feels like forever ago. And I actually called it. Video here on YouTube posted this evening. Called the Tweezer opener, and they did not just race right through it. Got a nice little Tweezer jam there early in the first set. Got that, pretty much through this whole run, really. Haley's Comet, not really the case, though. They kind of, they did kind of quick, brisk jog through Haley, I guess. And then Set Your Soul Free, another song. Ah, man. That one, one of the soul songs, it does deliver a jam every time. Unlike maybe, say, A Life Beyond the Dream, a song that I'm not necessarily on board with, not a big fan of. I must say, this one does usually deliver. And it did once again tonight. And it slowed the jam, and it kind of slowly, quietly drifted into a rift over here. One that's just, once again, just staying in the regular rotation. No, not a problem with that, but okay, rift. Some nights better than others. Cavern here, a little middle of the first set Cavern, taking us back into Tweezer. So, all right, not quite a full-blown Tweezer fest, but they just can't help themselves right there. And then Shade, what has also become a regular. Took it a while to get in. It's like Shade came out, it debuted, they played it a few times, it went away, and now it's kind of come back. And I must say, after a little bit of time, Shade has grown on me, compared to some others. Then we got the Mike's Groove. I was thinking Mike's Groove, Divided Sky, but something else I also predicted in the video where I predicted the Tweezer opener, that Mike's Groove and Divided Sky would be left at home. Pretty standard, not in a bad way, but just a standard Mike's Hydrogen Weekapog there at the end of the first set. Say It To Me, Santos. Now, this felt like could have felt like, if you just ignored all this, you only get through two sets, especially with the Drift While You're Sleeping, just called Number Line, an encore. And apparently we're celebrating Phish's birthday already. They're going to do that thing where they're just going to celebrate the whole year. Are we really nearing the end, man? It kind of just, there was times where it just felt like, oh no, the end is nearing here, Well, we'll get over to this here. Say It To Me, Santos, really. But then for this set, it was just 2001 Through Light. The Santos opener got everybody, if they had a few drinks during set break, Santos, what a way to come back. Ways to calm everything down after all this. Nice to see Mercury. And like getting a little bit of an extra treatment, I would say, out of all these. Kill Devil Falls, maybe one that I sleep on a little bit. A little underrated, perhaps, by old F. Zappa 20. If I can go third person on you. And is it third person if it's not even really your name, though? Last name is 20, though. Kevin 20. All right, so Drift While You're Sleeping and Waste back to back, that's dicey right there. And then Number Line, all right, that was the highlight at the end of the second set. But you're really taking a chance that your audience loves you if you're going Waste, Drift While You're Sleeping back to back. So now we get over to right here, and at some point the Buckeyes game was wrapping up. I paused it. I didn't want to start the third set not knowing what was going to happen in the game, even though it seemed like they were in control. People were practically congratulating me. I didn't feel good. It comes down to a kick, field goal kicker. I mean, that's all they got to do is just kick field goals. You put a little bit of pressure on these guys, and all of a sudden, it's like they've never kicked a football before. I mean, it wasn't even close, man. One of us, me, you, whoever, go get your 9-year-old. Could have done a better job than that. Noah Ruggles. What a stupid name, too. So this is basically the attitude I had going into this set. And Ghost, another one that I called. I'm sure a lot of people did with the Ghost and Carini. Tweezer all waiting to be played tonight. Getting us started here. All right, we're ready to party if you get a Ghost. And that was kind of the theme that led us all the way into New Year's. You got Bohemian Rhapsody, Jungle Boogie. They brought a choir out for that. And at some point it sounded like, there's some audio issues there with the live Phish. And then at some point, it seemed like the entire arena probably had joined in with Bohemian Rhapsody. I mean, who doesn't know that song really at this point? You can sing along with that. At least that's what it sounded like there. The choir did a nice job. They ever seemed to be into it. And so then we get over to Jungle Boogie. They bring out a band. Got the whole deal, like a high school marching band of some sorts. Ghost still within the theme. Then we get into Wilson. It's nice to hear the choir getting down to Wilson. That takes us into 2023. Wow. Already. Can you believe it? 2023. It's unbelievable, man. It was just 2020 the other day. I was like sitting around live streaming talking to you guys, man. So here we are. Hey, hit that thumbs up button. I don't really like that. 49 people, only 6 thumbs up. That's no good. Maybe I'm not doing a very good job. All right, man. Let's get it together here. Let's pull it together here for the end, man. We got Carini, and then all right. So the one that we were hoping to get. It was like it'd have been nice if they'd have got through a run, just an absolutely killer run, and say songs like Carini and Ghost were left off, but. Perhaps they needed them a little bit. It was nice to ride Ghost into New Year's, like I said. And then we get Carini following that. Nothing here musically was too captivating. It really wasn't meant to be, for the music to be great necessarily. It was all fun. It was a celebration. Everybody on stage was having fun. I will say, I think it was the Carini dancers. I was still a little irritated. I don't know what that was. That was dumb, though. Were they supposed to be like cavemen? I was a little bit uncomfortable with some of them bodysuits. I'm not homophobic or anything, but what was up with the guys with the penises, man? Come on, you got to do something about that. Wear like a penis sheath or something. Come on, guys, pull it together. That guy was getting a little fresh with one of the ladies, too. She seemed totally grossed out. She was wearing a t-shirt over. Somebody's wig fell off. That group didn't have it together. I wasn't happy with the Carini dancers at all. So then we get into New York, back into Tweezer, over to Prince Caspian. Like I said, this is where the music starts to get us together a little bit. Crosseyed and Painless making an appearance. You can't have a Tweezer fest and a Crosseyed fest all in one night. Piper, one that was on the wish list, coming through, always just Trey, smoking the place out, trying to blow the roof off. Nearly impossible, though. That's a big place. You can't blow the roof off. A Life Beyond the Dream, like I was saying earlier, I can't get down with that song. First Tube, much stronger, going hard with that. Trey getting a little wild, show of life. He said some nice things to the crowd. People from every era were there. Old geezers, noobs, you name it. And that gets me to maybe, the things they've been showing on Instagram this week. Even maybe going through the rigs one last time. Comments they've made recently. It does feel like celebrating and everything throughout New Year's Eve. They had brought back, whether if it was the golfers, the aerial acrobatics, the guy from way back in the 90s that was riding the bike, just a little bit from every New Year's Eve gag and show they've had was represented. The meat stick, they didn't bring out a group of 4 dancers. There was a barbershop quartet, got the whole thing started. So just a little bit of everything brought back from every New Year's Eve show. Like I was saying, musically, not necessarily wasn't the point to be great. It was all just a big fun celebration of the Phish. All right, that's much better. We got 26 thumbs up since the last time I looked. That's what I'm liking. All right, so, and then Tweezer Reprise finished the whole thing off. I like that as a way to finish things. And that about does it, guys. We got through this. We went a little bit long. We had a third set. I'd like to stay and chat with you guys. It's been 4 nights. Everybody's been tuning in, and I don't know. See, even just thinking about Noah Ruggles, I started getting a little aggravated there. Started getting a little angry. I'm telling you, those Carini dancers, though. Somebody needs to invest that dance group. And they weren't even that good. I don't mind slandering the guy without the penis sheath. It was despicable. Trey probably liked it. He's like, look at that guy's penis. Wasn't that impressive of a penis either, I'll say, buddy. I don't know why you're trying to get fresh with that lady. Oh, yeah, Tom Hanks. There you go. My man picking me up. Oh, wait, Noogie. Now's not the time, Noogie. Don't even bring it up. All right, I'm out of here. Buzz killed. Not Noogie, the Noah Ruggles. It was fun, though. All right, guys. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. Other people are going to watch this in the morning while they're taking a dump or something, I guess. Some people do that. Some people have coffee. Some people probably do both. Could you imagine? Ugh. Just imagine taking a whiff or taking a drink of your coffee, and you're like, ooh, I smell dookie. Whew, that's a way to end it. Boom. We'll see you guys in Mexico. I'm not going. They probably wouldn't let me in the They let me into Mexico is what I'm trying to say with this mustache. Fuck it. I think they let me into the cartel with this mustache. Did it all for you guys. Boom. Love you. We're out of here. Thank you, Brian. Kabooms, bud.